Now you're probably curious of why I put drug dealers, prostitutes, and pimps higher on my societal paradigm than I put these individuals down here. Well, think about this. What does a drug dealer do? Someone wants a gram of weed, they pay them $20, and then the drug dealer gives them what they expected to get. The prostitute does the same. Someone wants sex, they pay that prostitute sleeps with them, and they go away. And then the pimp controls the distribution of the prostitutes. But a normal working man is not going to be screwed over, most likely, by a drug dealer, a prostitute, or a pimp, because these people want to be left alone, be invisible to society, and then when they do what they got to do, they leave. But they don't lie. They don't try to screw over people on a regular basis. They have no impact on an average person's life. But bankers, they put people into debt. Some of the CEOs, they just place good jobs through terrible trade deals. And then they give China money, which gives them money for missiles, aircraft carriers, and bullets to use on their own people. The celebrities are in films and movies that promote anti-family, anti-God, division. They are being used as court jesters and puppets to bring down society. The news gets us into fake wars, causes division amongst the people. And politicians, need I say more, but they vote to get us into those fake wars. They don't build any new infrastructure, and overall they just fuck us all over. So in my societal paradigm, I would say that a drug dealer, a prostitute, and a pimp are better than these at the bottom. And then right above them, I have the social justice warriors, the activists, and the college professors. Now, social justice warriors complain, bitch, they never want to produce anything or do anything for society. They just want to bitch and complain and moan. Everything offends them. Same thing with the activist. Activism is obsolete in today's society. Gay people, African Americans, minorities, LGBTQ, they all have the same constitutional rights I have. They all have the same right to assemble, right to own a firearm, right to vote. So being an activist is synonymous with being a bullshit artist. And then these college professors, which teach the social justice warriors about why socialism is great, about why global warming is real. And then you get people like Greta Thunberg, who, it's not her fault, but she goes on stage and freaks the hell out because you have these college professor douchebags who propagate the mind of susceptible individuals. And then you get social justice warriors and activists who are controlled by the system. And then that's how you bring down a civilization, is you propagate the people to hate America, hate capitalism, hate the founders, and then society collapses. So these douchebag college professors are contributing, using our tax dollars to propagate these children in state universities. And then you have a wide gap. But for me personally, I would say, on the positive note, people that have made our individual lives better. Thomas Edison, of course, the light bulb, the first DC generator, which we still use today to charge phones and small objects. Tesla, the X-ray machine, the electric motor, fluorescent lights, the AC current that we use to distribute electricity across long distances, countless other things. Willis Carrier, who invented air conditioning, living in the smeltering heat, humid Tennessee, will make you appreciate Willis Carrier, and just inventors in general who have made our lives better. People that invented radio, cars, heat. I could go over these individuals specifically, but we don't have the time today. But to me, someone that invented TV or invented the refrigerator is a lot more important than Kim Kardashian or LeBron James or someone like that. And then the founding fathers, without people like Alexander Hamilton that established the economic system, people like George Washington, if it wasn't for his great attitude, if it wasn't for his behavior, we might have a king now ruling over us, like King George III. We might have a dictatorship. But George Washington, after winning the War for Independence, stepped down. He resigned. And then he reluctantly ran for president. After he was president, he wanted to resign after his first term, but Thomas Jefferson, Alexander Hamilton, Henry Knox, and others, they needed him into office, so they tried to get him to stay in another term. He did. He stepped down after 2 terms and went back to his farm. But he is one of the few individuals throughout history that willingly gave up power. He was also involved in the Constitutional Convention and writing the Constitution. He was very reluctant, but he went from his farm. And because of him, we are not ruled by a king. Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence. So all these individuals that helped form the constitutional republic, the economic system. The reason I'm above is because if it wasn't for George Washington, if it wasn't for Thomas Jefferson, then that infrastructure would not be in place. Think about it. People in communist China, people that were ruled as serfs, that did not have freedom, that did not have the infrastructure in place, might have had the intellectual ineptitude and ability, but they didn't have the opportunity and infrastructure in place that allowed them to create those goods. So one of the reasons we have the potential of the production of an Edison, a Tesla, a Willis Carrier is because we have the founders who put that into place. And at the very top is we the people. Mothers and fathers raise the children right. If a child has a mother and a father, they are way less likely to end up in prison, end up homeless. They are more likely to end up having a job, graduating high school, staying out of prison. So mothers and fathers that have raised their kids right, and they're not just sperm donors. Builders, welders, carpenters, people that build the bridges, that work on the interstate highways, that drive the trucks, that fix the toilets, the average people that without them, society couldn't run. The farmers that feed 7 billion people, 340 million people along the United States, the small business owners that provide goods and services to the community, inventors. We the people just means the common man. The common man is the one that defeated the Nazis, that saved Western civilization. The common man is the one who fought in the colonial army to defeat the British. The common man is the one who built the interstate highway system, which distributes goods and services. The common man works on the trucks, on the diesel engines. The common man is the reason our country runs today. We could do without the celebrities, the politicians, the basketball players. But what if we didn't have truck drivers? What if we didn't have people working on electrical grids? What if we did not have people who produce the food, the farmers? Then we as a society would falter. So it's kind of backwards that we have celebrities above the farmers, the welders, the builders, the carpenters. So my societal paradigm as I put here, and I misspelled societal, is that the common man is at the top. And then the bankers, the CEOs, and everyone else is at the bottom. And it's not just men, I mean woman as well. I just said man to sort of put a abstract view on it all. But the common people that pay their taxes, that work hard, that build, that raise their families, that provide all of the necessary infrastructure to help this country.